Okay. Thank you. Sorry, I'm going to figure out this mic real quick. For those of you who do not know me, I am Mike's older brother, Joe. Thank you. I know I deserve it. I know. Somebody had to do it, and I'm thankful it wasn't any of you. I took it on the chin, and I'm here to tell the tale, and it's been exhausting, but today is the day that I get to relinquish my duties and hand them over to Devin, and I'm kind of jumping to something that I wanted to say at the end, but Devin, if there was one person who I would want to relinquish those duties to, I know that you're going to do a great job at it, so thank you for that. I kind of want to do a pre-toast first, A, because I like alcohol, and B, because most of you do too. I want to toast to both sets of parents because they're amazing. Without them, without raising these two, we would not be here. So everyone, raise your glass to both sets of parents. Thank you. Cheers. Okay, some of you might not know this, and some of you might know this. I'm an elementary PE teacher, and actually I gave a best man speech maybe like a month and a half ago at my best friend's wedding, Derek, way back there in the corner, where he absolutely should be, because he is nonsense and a nuisance, and that is where he should stay back there. So I had a little practice, so hopefully this one goes halfway, at least as good as that. But Mike, you're a great younger brother. I loved being your older brother. It kept me on my toes. There was a lot of shenanigans and nonsense, and I tried my best to get you to this point in life, and I'm happy to say we made it. Dad brought up a lot of embarrassing stories. I'm not going to bring up any embarrassing stories or any, well, I guess he said he wasn't going to either, but I seriously am not. Mike had a lot of talents growing up. He played football, but he was the long snapper, so take that for whatever it is. Yeah, he ran the sprints like everybody else. Until one day he tried to tell coach, I don't want a long snap anymore, and I think that might have been the last day in pads. So Mike started hanging out at home a little bit more after that. Coach Mazie said, get the fuck out of here. We'll win a state championship without you. He also is pretty good at basketball, but something, I don't know a lot, but something I do know is until the day I die, he will never beat me in a game of one-on-one. We can play 100 times right now, and I would win 100 times. The one thing though, well, there's many things, but there's one thing that I seriously am extremely jealous that Mike is really good at, and it is his music abilities. I don't know where it came from. I don't know, like, we've kind of talked about it. I mean, neither one of us got the math from Dad, so it's like math is gone. But we had a room upstairs called the Cheetah Room. It was a big extra storage room that we finished off and then put like yellow gold paint on the walls. And then someone, my parents, they thought it was a good idea to ask Mike, just give him the whole carpet, flip their book, and Mike, pick the carpet. So it was cheetah print, and that's why we call it the Cheetah Room. So we had cheetah print in that room. Mike spent a lot of time in that room. He had his drum set in there. His drum set kind of evolved into an electric drum set where he could make beats and stuff. And then one day he came out of that Cheetah Room and he's like, I got a mixtape. I was like, what is happening while I'm sleeping? What? How? Okay, cool, let me listen to it. And I listened to it the whole way here until my car broke down halfway. And then I stopped listening to it because I was in a very sour mood. But I wouldn't show anybody under 13, but it's phenomenal. He's got 3. The first one's only on CD because I guess we're that old. The second one's pretty good. It was in high school, and then the third one I got to listen to on the way home in my rental minivan. But that was the one in college, homegrown. Seriously, it's extremely impressive. I'm extremely jealous. I have no, I mean, I could play a bongo maybe, but I'm extremely jealous of that. Let me double check here. I don't want to forget anything. Mike's always been super popular. He would throw parties at the house when my parents were gone, and everyone's like, Flock, will you freestyle? Fuck, are you drunk enough to freestyle yet? Stop asking me to freestyle. His one eye, he's looked. What is it, Forrest Whitaker? When he gets maybe tonight, who knows? If you see that one eye circle, he looks like Forrest Whitaker. That's when you know, Mike, 201, get out. So if you start seeing him look like Forrest Whitaker, that's when you know. Super popular, love to speak up. I never really thought he would meet someone that would be able to like keep up with him. But truly now, I think that Mike is doing the keeping up with Dev. And I kind of like that because it's like time for you to like, you know, stop being in the lead and try to keep up with somebody else. If I could create a wife for Mike, it seriously would be Dev. They are the exact same person. Right when I met her, I was like, oh, yeah, this is it. Like, Mike said something, she looked right back at Mike, gave it back to him, and I was like, thank God, finally. Somebody else can do this, and I can just sit back and giggle and just drink my beer and open my presents at Christmas. Like, so exhausting. I'm really excited to add a new sister to my family. When I married my wife, I added a sister, but this is actually a sister who's going to have my last name, which I just realized while we're eating, so that's just a different caveat. First sister with my last name, so Devin, I'm glad it's you. I love you very much. Things are growing great for these two. They've got a great house downtown, a backyard for Tubby I saw today. Well, not Tubby, but I saw the backyard. But Mike didn't always think his life was going to be that great. And I hate to put a damper on things, but he did send something to the groomsmen group chat the other day. As a joke, he said, hey, you should read this instead of your speech. And I was sitting there in Indianapolis like, you think it's a joke? I'm going to read it. So this is what he wrote when he was 13 years old. And if you know that app, Time Hop, this is how he found it. It's like an app that shows you your old social media. You wrote this 17 years ago, whatever. Again, not good at math, so don't check those numbers, but this is when he wrote he was 13. It's titled Future Me. I do not, and again, this must have been a bad day, so I do not think my future will be too great. First of all, there's 3 points. First of all, I'm not very smart. Comma, so I don't think that I will get into a good college, and I do not, and I will not get a good paying job. So, first of all, OU? OU? Yeah, you gotta do a good college, okay? You got a good paying job, so false. Let's keep going. Second of all, I'm a big troublemaker. I'm always trying to make people laugh, and I get detentions and suspensions for it. The only thing I can say about that is you're out of school now, so just nobody can discipline you, so screw it. Just keep going. It's a good way to be. I need to start taking things seriously. Third of all, I worry. This one I have to read because it's so funny. It has nothing to do with my speech. Third of all, I'm really worried about global warming. And honestly, I can relate this now because all day I have sweat. It's supposed to take a serious effect in 30 years, according to some scientists. Okay, hold on. Some of you will love this time. I will only be 43 at that time. People need to understand how serious global warming is. That's how he wraps up Future Me. Okay, I don't want to talk forever. I have 0 pages, by the way, so seriously, I'm so happy for you both. I love that you guys are such a great match. I'm indebted to Devin for taking this over for me. A lot of weight lifted off my back. A lot of things that I don't have to worry about anymore. He likes to lose his cell phone. The screen breaks. Tell him to lock the car. I can't wait to see what's next for you both. I can't wait for your family to grow. And I can't wait for maybe Charlie to get a cousin. I don't know. But with that being said, please raise your glass. To my brother and my new sister, the bride and groom. Cheers.